would you be willing to go to jail for these things?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And I'm also not seeking that.
You're absolutely breaking the law. All you have to do is look at Arizona versus U.S. You'll see these breaking the law. But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. Because there's a statute. It's Title 8 United States Code 1324 III. And what it says is, it's a felony if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. It's also a felony to impede a federal law enforcement officer. So if we don't want to help, that's fine. He can get the hell out of the way. But we're going to go do the job. President Trump has a mandate for American people. We got to secure this country. We got to save American lives. And I find it shocking that any mayor of a city would say, President Trump's been clear. We want to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. I find it hard to believe that any mayor or governor would say they don't want public safety threats removed from their neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver, but we're going to go and we're going to fix it. If you don't want to fix it, if you don't want to protect his communities, President Trump and ICE will.
So you will be going into Colorado, Illinois, New York, California, and you are going to uphold the law of the land. That's your commitment. It doesn't matter what these elected politicians threaten or say that they're going to do.
We're going to enforce the law, period. And they're not going to stop us.
That's Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, bringing the fire to sanctuary state libs who ironically may find themselves in a jail cell given what they tried to do to President Trump. We're going to see the latest win coming from the Trump administration that hasn't even assumed office as of yet. And we're going to see a huge win in the death of woke DEI programs in corporations across the nation. You're going to absolutely love this winning gang. It's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to celebrate the dawning of the golden age that you all made possible back on November the 5th. So if you want a front row seat on everything to do with the rise of a new conservative age, both here and abroad, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, gang, it is Thanksgiving week, and our Black Friday sale is here all this week. We got an amazing deal you're not going to want to miss. Click on that link below and get nearly 50% off our new MAGA Mega Bundle, featuring all my books, a signed MAGA hat, a 1-year membership to the Courageous Conservatives Club, access to our virtual Christmas party, and much, much more. Plus, you'll save 35% off on everything else with promo code Black Friday. This is the best time of year to stock up on your favorite Turley Talks items, so don't miss out. Click on that link below for our Black Friday special all week long. President Trump has officially stopped yet another migrant caravan approaching our nation's southern border. You may have heard that President Trump last night threatened to slap a 25% tariff on all Mexican goods coming into the nation until their president, Claudia Sheinbaum, stepped up to stop the migrant caravan invasions and stop the flow of fentanyl into the country. It was widely reported that a new caravan had formed, made up of about 1,500 migrants that set out for the U.S. border from Mexico, hoping to seek asylum before President Trump takes office in January. Within 12 hours of President Trump's threat to impose tariffs, Mexico's president announced that the caravan had indeed been halted and dispersed. Zero Hedge is reporting that President Sheinbaum has confirmed that migrant caravans are no longer headed to the U.S.-Mexico border. We've gone from a 1,500 migrant caravan headed to the border to no caravans headed to the border in literally just 12 hours. I mean, think about that. Trump is able to do more in 12 hours than Biden has been able to do in 3.5 years of the southern border, obviously with his deliberate abdicating of his law enforcement responsibilities. That does appear to be the power of the incoming Trump administration. And it's the power of tariffs, by the way. Tariffs give the president tremendous leverage in geopolitical negotiations that multilateral globalist institutions and protocols actually remove. This is why Trump is all about dismantling what's called the liberal international order. This is why Trump is such a threat to the globalist powers that be. Trump has, ever since 2016, Trump has been on a war path against the very international order upon which globalism and globalists are predicated. So he advocated the dismantling of the European Union with Brexit. He called NATO obsolete. He committed the unpardonable sin when he decided to confront China rather than appease China, as all liberal internationalists insisted. He gutted NAFTA and replaced it with the USMCA. He imposed tariffs on iron and steel coming from the EU. He withdrew from the Paris Climate Accords. I mean, we could go on and on. No sitting U.S. president has been such a threat to the liberal international order as Trump. And he's already made it clear. I mean, he hasn't even taken office yet, and he's already made it clear that that liberal international order is about to get buried. And he has the nation solidly behind him in all of this. Take a look at the latest from YouGov. Trump is crushing it with younger voters. He has a near 60% approval rating with voters under the age of 30. CBS polling has Trump at 65% approval with voters under 30. So it's no surprise that on November 5th, Trump got record support for Republican with the under 30 vote. 47% voted for him. Remember, he lost them by a margin of 30 back in 2020, if I recall correctly. This is obviously a major political paradigm shift, and we're seeing it with Trump's approval rating overall, which is absolutely through the roof right now. Now, speaking of paradigm shift, did you see this? Walmart has officially renounced all things woke. Freaking Walmart. Walmart, in many ways, was one of the first major department stores to go woke. They went woke very early on. This is yet another win, perhaps the biggest win yet for Robbie Starbuck, who's been bringing woke corporations to their knees of late, threatening to expose them to the mass public in terms of all of their insane woke activities and woke organizations that they support. Robbie's been basically threatening to Bud Light corporate America, and Walmart is the latest and biggest corporation to have caved thus far. According to Starbuck, Walmart has now agreed to remove itself from the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index. The HRC is it's a corporate equality index that they measure how woke you basically are, how faithful you are in all woke initiatives. Walmart will no longer participate in that. Walmart will no longer engage in woke marketing towards children. It's no longer going to be supporting pride organizations and events and marches and the like. Walmart's no longer going to be engaged in DEI hiring practices or engage in preferential treatment and benefits to suppliers based on diversity. I mean, this was a home run. Woke Walmart was brought to heel, and it's but the latest in Robbie Starbuck's growing list of companies that have renounced all things woke. Several weeks back, he exposed the radical woke DEI initiatives that were taking place at Toyota and Lexus, including things like involvement in drag queen programs, which actually involve working with kids. Their support of the Equality Act. They're donating to groups that support child transitions. And, of course, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings. Well, after exposing them, Toyota and Lexus quickly about face. They agreed to no more involvement in pride parades, no more involvement in pride events or LGBTQ children's summer camps. That's all done. They'll no longer participate again in the HRC, the Human Rights Campaign's ultra woke corporate equality index social credit system, and the list goes on and on. Starbucks did the same thing with the home improvement chain Lowe's. Companies like Tractor Supply, Harvey Davidson, they've all abandoned DEI initiatives. Jack Daniels has officially renounced its woke DEI initiatives, again fearing reprisal from conservatives who are ready to vote with their wallets and Bud Light any company that offends their values. The list of companies publicly renouncing all things woke appears to be growing by the day. And it's not hard to see why. We've talked about this on a number of our videos. When all is said and done, this is key to explaining to any woke friends who are upset about this. When all is said and done, wokeness splits the left while it unites the right. That's the key. That's the takeaway. Wokeness consistently splits the left, all the while it unites the right. You take any woke issue out there, any one, and you'll find that only about 50% of the political left supports it. There are plenty on the center-left spectrum who despise all things woke. Think of the Bill Maher's, the Piers Morgans. But if wokeness splits the left, it has the opposite effect on the right. The right are 100% opposed to all things woke. So wokeness only ends up disenfranchising the supermajority of your customer base, guaranteed. Even thoroughly woke brands like MSNBC or CNN are hemorrhaging viewers. Wokeness is simply not a part of a sustainable business model because it only ends up alienating so many of your customers. So all of this is to say that wokeness has no future. Wokeness is guaranteed to go the way of the dodo bird. And if what we're seeing as of now is any indicator, the days of wokeness's official extinction may indeed already have arrived.